When you start saving money, it seems like it can be an impossible task. But in today's video, we're going to be discussing a rule that I found pretty unique. So this is from David Bach, author of The Automatic Millionaire, and he talks about saving money and really the habit of getting into saving money. Now, he really focuses on the 1 hour savings rule. Now, again, this is kind of pretty interesting to me because as a financial counselor, it makes a big difference when people start saving. It is almost a mindset shift, really moving from a spending mindset to a money mindset in really that savings. Now, this rule says pay yourself first, which we know is one of the absolute best ways to create wealth is being able to pay yourself first. So if you're going to work and you're working an 8-hour workday, the first hour of every single day, that is right. So if you get there at 8 o'clock in the morning, that 8 a.m. to the 9 a.m. hour is going to be the first 1 hour of workday. And that is going to be the money that you're going to set aside from the paycheck because you are paying yourself first for 1 hour of time worked every single day. Now, the goal here is to pay yourself first, which again, we've kind of talked about before, and saving that 1 hour of work. So when you think if you're an individual making $15 an hour, when you go to work, and this is only going to be on work days, you're going to save that $15 when you get that paycheck. So you want to make sure if you're working 5 days a week that you're setting aside and saving the money first. Now, this, of course, the commitment to save first is really pay yourself first. There's a reason why when it comes to financial gurus, when you look at Dave Ramsey, when you look at Ramit, they say pay yourself first. And there is a psychological reason for this is whatever is left during the week. So if you get paid, let's say every week, every 2 weeks, you set aside X amount of dollars. So you paid yourself for that 1 hour each day. Rest of the money is what you're going to have to budget and your monthly expenses, your ability to pay, your budgeting is going to be based on what you have left. Now, pay yourself for the first 1 hour of every single day and make the entire process automatic. So you could even plan on how much you're going to put into that savings account so you can pay yourself first at the very beginning. Now, of course, this is going to be super difficult at first. Like I said, it is a shift in the mindset, knowing that you have that savings account, even looking at Dave Ramsey's baby steps, saving that $1,000 is going to make a difference because it actually shows you have the ability to save money versus spending. Now, we live in a day and age when spending is incredibly easy. Even if you don't have the money, you can borrow it. Even if you don't have the money, you can pay over, 4 payments, 8 payments, 12 payments, 0%, same as cash. They make it incredibly easy in society as of today to spend money, but it makes it a little bit more difficult and really a conscious effort to go in there and save money yourself. Now, of course, this needs to be a strategy that you need to implement yourself, but it will instantly start working that you're going to build up that emergency fund really quick. If you consider an average 8-hour work day, most of the earned income will go towards taxes. It goes to housing costs, transportations. When we look at that need bucket, that is a majority of it. The goal is to pay yourself first within that first hour, first bit of work that you complete to set aside the money to future you versus anything else. Now, there's also a lot of other spending categories or other wealth building tips and tricks that we're going to get into and I like this from Ramit, unlimited spending in one single category. When it comes to a budget, and I really stress this a lot because I know we do talk a lot about a budget, when it comes to budgeting, there has to be categories in there that you're going to be the entertainment. That's going to be the spending category. That's going to be the things in life that you enjoy. Because what's going to happen if your budget is too constricting to you as an individual, having the ability to go out to dinner, to grab lunch, whatever it may be, you have to flex this and you have to actually open it up a little bit, making sure that you have some categories in there. We've said this before when it comes to the budget. If you love going to shows, if you love going to lunch, if you love going to the movies, as long as the budget allows, you can put that category in there and budget it as a line item. If I like to go out and let's say eat out to lunch 2 days a week, 3 days a week, again, fundamentally, if it works within the category, if it works in the budget, it is going to work. Also, having a written plan. We know technology in there when you have an app, when you have the Every Dollar app. But when you look at a national study of millionaires, according to Dave Ramsey, 93% of millionaires had a budget. That is right, guys. 93% of millionaires had a budget. Majority of people that I talk to with financial counseling have never written a budget, have never discussed a budget, do not budget at all because some of them, one, just don't know, have the tools and we're not taught exactly how to budget. But on the other hand, a lot of people do not want to face the realization of how much they are in the red, which can be very detrimental again for a lot of people. This is really where you have to take accountability and living below your means. That is right. We're not saying living in your means, living below your means. Now, of course, this is Susan or Suze Orman, the belief that everyone should follow one single financial rule if you're looking to build health. That is living below your means. If you live below your means, you're always going to have excess money at the end of the month, meaning that it's not accounted for. You're going to go ahead and use it what you need. This is going to break the cycle. Now, for a majority of individuals, breaking the cycle of the paycheck to paycheck spending is really going to be the first wake up call. They love spending money too much. And again, this might not apply to everyone, but for a majority of us, there are things when you're busting out and making that budget, when you're putting in your line items, there are going to be items where you can save money or you can cut costs or you can automate your savings. You can set aside money to build wealth if you choose to. And again, I know there might be a small percentage of the population that is literally their budget is the housing expense and food, period, can't afford anything else. I'm talking about the rest of us that the consumer and consumption of goods and services is literally through the roof. As things continue to get more expensive, we see the CPI continuing to increase. People are buying things and they're buying it on debt. We have seen $1.13 trillion in credit card debt, which means there are people living outside of their means because they're supplementing income with credit card debt. Notoriously or even historically, when rates continue to go up, it seems like a lot of things people quit buying. This is really the first time over the last couple of years in history that we have seen prices increase, and some prices went up, 30%, 50%, 100% in some cases for consumer goods, and people continued to buy them. It really didn't stop. And again, it was kind of shocking when you look at economists, even a couple that I follow, that people stopped buying stuff. I feel like we're at the breaking point now where people have borrowed so much money that it's very hard to get it under control now, really curving the spending. I know there's been a big outbreak of doom spending. There's been a lot of the increased with collection accounts. There's been a lot with the delinquency rates going up, which of course are going to affect your credit. You have to make sure that you're budgeting more, probably now than ever, just because the economy is kind of in a weird place where we're starting to see a little bit of the leveling out when it comes to interest rates themselves, but we're still not out of the weeds yet, and we're going to have to see exactly where it comes. So if you want to build wealth, following simple financial rules are really the easiest. And it's funny because I did a YouTube video. People said, your investment portfolio isn't flashy and I don't like it. It's not exciting. Guys, when it comes to investing isn't meant to be exciting. We're not riding the crypto roller coaster. We're getting solid, steady progression, solid, steady growth with the portfolio. We're up about 55% in the last 2 years, which is incredible. But overall, it is about the contributions and about the steady growth in the portfolio than it is about the flashy and exciting of the investment. My thoughts, in personal opinion, if you're going for very flashy, if you're looking for investment portfolios that are kind of wild, chances are you're probably going to lose money. I know you can earn a lot, but the risk factor for myself is not there. I want the continued solid growth, which is exactly what we're getting out of the portfolio. So definitely applying these rules can make a big difference. Paying yourself is going to make a really game-changing difference. When you follow David Bach 1 hour savings rule, try it for a week. And that is really my challenge to you. Try it for a week and see exactly what it does, changing your mindset a little bit when it comes to savings. So, all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.